The 2017-18 season saw Celtic back in Champions League qualifying once more. This time, a relatively straightforward 2-0 away and 4-0 home win against Linfield was in the second qualifying round. A 0-0 draw at home against Rosenborg was followed up by a 1-0 win in Norway. And a playoff round 5-0 win at home against Astana meant that the 4-3 game over in Kazakhstan, which was a defeat for Celtic, didn't matter too much. I took Celtic back into the group stages, but like the previous season, they only picked up 3 points. The opening game was a 5-0 home defeat by Paris Saint-Germain, a joint worst ever home defeat with the Hearts score from back in 1895. The second game was the 3-0 win over Anderlecht away from home, which is unusual for Celtic. The third game was a 3-0 defeat away to Bayern Munich with a 2-1 home defeat to Bayern Munich in the fourth game. The fifth game saw a 7-1 defeat in Paris against Paris Saint-Germain. And finally, there was a 1-0 home defeat against Anderlecht, but that meant the head-to-head went in Celtic's favour and they dropped into the Europa League round of 32, where they met Zenit St Petersburg and won 1-0 at home in the first leg, but lost 3-0 away to drop out of Europe. Domestically, again, Celtic were kings. In the League Cup, it was a 5-0 win at home to Kilmarnock in the second round, a 4-0 quarter-final away win at Dundee, a 4-2 win over Hibernian in the semi-final at Hampden before beating Motherwell 2-0 in the final to clinch the League Cup for the 17th time. In the league, Celtic got 82 points in 38 games, 24 wins, 10 draws and 4 defeats. This was the season that ended the 69-game unbeaten run, which lasted all the way back to the end of the Ronnie Deila era, straight through the invincible treble. It was Hearts that won eventually, 4-0 at Tynecastle in December. But of course, Celtic had already dropped points in 5 games, which was more than they dropped in the previous season before that. Also lost at Kilmarnock and Hibernian. That last Hibernian defeat also meant that it set up a derby title decider as Celtic beat Rangers 5-0 at Celtic Park to clinch the title. There was a final day defeat to Aberdeen, which also meant Aberdeen finished second ahead of Rangers. In the Scottish Cup, it was a 5-0 home win over Brecon City in the fourth round, a 3-2 home win over Partick Thistle in the fifth round, a 3-0 quarter-final win over Morton at home, before hammering Rangers 4-0 in the semi-final at Hampden, and then on to face Motherwell for the second time in a final this season, winning 2-0 in that game as well, to clinch the Scottish Cup for the 38th time, and back-to-back trebles for the first time in Scottish football history. In terms of the kit, again, it was green and white hoops with a gold trim this time. The away kit was sort of green and green hoops, and there was also a lime green away kit, and they were still using the pink kit from the previous season too.